welcome back to Gunfire Reborn, where we're doing the 0 to hero. We finished the first run on normal mode. We unlocked a hell load of I probably shouldn't start my video out with a curse word. That's not going to help with the algorithm. But we removed Cat from the wheel, and now we're going to spin to see who we're going to beat Elite mode with. And it is the Owl! The Owl, and then obviously, if it's the Owl, we got to go into bird form. We're going to go into Frost Griffin, and we will remove the Owl from the wheel. Thank you very much. Now, the Owl is a master of cards. He's like a Gambit. Look at all these characters we still have to unlock. There we go. We're going to be throwing cards at people. He also has some innate abilities to upgrade stuff, but I don't think we're going to have that unlocked because it comes with these character talents. But we're not really investing in character talents since we're only going to play each character once for this whole thing. Up until the very end, of course. So there we go. YouTube, welcome to 0 to Hero, where we're going on a fresh account from the very bottom, no meta progression, completely new save file, all the way up to Reincarnation level 10, the highest difficulty in the game. And this run is for Elite. Now, the difference between normal and Elite is pretty small. They introduce a couple of traps, and they introduce some enhanced enemies. So we are going to run into some slightly buffer dudes, but this time, we're also going to have a starting weapon, which is fantastic. And I'm going to take the tracker. And we're going to have vaults to clear, which is going to give us way more in the form of guns and scrolls. So, even though... Oh. I'm going to still use the tracker, but I do like a... I like the strike wing. So let's get into it. I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine on getting the win here. What I'm really worried about is if we'll clear Nightmare mode first try or not. That's the one I think it's going to be the problem. I should be throwing out my cards more. Oh, 2 things to start with. Triple comeback, I'm not a huge fan of, but we'll take it. Oh, actually, they changed triple comeback a while back. So instead of having your health and shields and then giving you 2 revives, you now have a really long recharge delay on your shields and a bad recovery speed on top of that, but you get 2 revives. So if you can get flesh and bones, or if you're just more HP minded, then that could be pretty good for you. And Aura Venom is also fantastic to have in your pocket early on, because anytime you run into an elite or a tough enemy, it's nice to have a little bit of corrosion for them, because they will oftentimes have a lot of armor. Alright, let's Astro House you all. Astro's Playhouse. 1 second, I'm reloading, sir. Excuse you. And with the, again, doing these early runs of the game, skill damage doesn't feel as strong as weapon damage does, in my opinion. We're gonna learn if that's like a true opinion, but it seems true so far. And that on the last run, I don't think I would have been doing as much with those. We got way more scrolls that dealt with weapon damage than we did anything skill. Now, we could have gotten some elemental stuff, but that's fine. Again, doing the weapon damage stuff just seems right. We're gonna get more weapon damage for scrolls. Sounds like a good idea to me. You have that. A Starfly. Oh. I love a Starfly. Starfly and me, we go way back. I'm just gonna take that over the tracker. If you don't know what Starfly is, it's basically this little fun guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, he's so cute. He's ready to kill. Someone was just like, here's a jar, go murder. Go murder. And so he's just gonna hang over our shoulder and constantly shoot. And whenever this bar in the middle fills up after he shoots a lot, it's gonna turn into like his ultimate form. He's gonna go Super Saiyan on him. A platforming challenge. Now, for those of you that don't know, every time you have a vault that has a little treasure chest on it, that means you're doing a platforming challenge. And there are always 2 chests in a platforming challenge. This one is down at the end of the Boulder Highway. Ouch. Sometimes they're hidden in little timed events. Well, that's cool. Another against the flow for our lovely little buddy here. But anytime you see these, you can know what you're dealing with. If it's a chest, that's a platforming challenge. If it's 2 swords crossed, that's a normal challenge. If it's 2 swords crossed on fire, it's an advanced challenge. And if it's a horse head, it's an elite fight. So you know what you're getting into before jumping in there. I would tell you, if you see the swords on fire, the advanced one, you probably want to finish the level and get your golden goblet before you go in there, just to give yourself a little extra damage. You might say the same thing about elites, but I feel like a lot of times those advanced challenges like defending the cube or killing the dragon are DPS checks in ways that a lot of elite fights aren't. So that could get a little messy if you don't have all the strength you can. A thunderstorm is pretty nice, but I think I'll keep the Aura of Venom for now. A chance to summon 3 cards and obtain a current Astro House quality after shots hit an enemy. That seems pretty good. We're gonna automatically summon cards. I would say the Owl is probably the most difficult to understand character out of all of them. He's got a lot of key words that aren't really well explained. So I'm gonna take this and try my best to explain this. At the bottom here, you can see I have a bar that's really gray, and then you can see a scroll under it that's purple, and 2 of them that are blue. What this is doing is looking at the quality of the scrolls in my inventory, and it's filling this bar every time I land hits with my cards. If you get all of the same color, then you get a bonus whenever you use your primary. And if that bonus is all blue, it's a very minor one. All purple, it's a pretty good one. And all yellow, a really good one. You could also get a pretty good one by having all curse scrolls as well. The Misfortunate Aura. How that is explained on the hero, it says randomly gain astro aspects until all thoughts are filled to obtain Astro House. Based on the Astro House, call down falling stars to deal damage. So the bar is the Astro House. The scrolls beneath them are the Astro Aspects. When you throw the cards, you randomly gain Astro Aspects and summon 3 cards for protection. The cards track enemies and hit them automatically. So when I do this and I summon cards, you'll see I just got a bunch of scrolls down there. Now that they're all blue, I have a blue Astro House. So if I use my primary on an enemy, it's going to call down stars more frequently and in a larger area than if I had done it when it was a gray box. And there we go. So I'm gonna just throw out some more cards. We've got, and based off of that one ascension that we took, you're going to see me just randomly get Astro Specs in there just from shooting. So just by shooting, we're gonna see that increase. So there we go, we got a blue one, and now we've got a blue Astro House. And as we get more rare scrolls, then we're gonna see more purple show up in our Astro Specs, and when we get legendary scrolls, we're going to see golden Astro Specs. I would love to just sell my soul for a bunch of money. Thank you. I'm not really concerned about losing all of my health in the 2nd level of Longling Tomb. So we're doing fine on that. We're gonna throw down our Astro House there and start working on building up another one. Throw out some more cards. Oh, that immortal guy. We're gonna try to aim for anyone else so we don't waste our ammo on him. Not that we're really strapped for ammo in all seriousness. We're still not gonna have Gemini inscriptions for this run, which is a bit of a shame. They are a very powerful addition, but I think we'll be able to get through here no problem. Oh, Copper Miner? Where did that drop? Where did Copper Miner drop? Back here? It did. I wanted to grab it before clearing that room to get a little more money. I like money. Max shield for every slot. When taking damage, there is a chance to be immune to it. That'll keep us alive. The probability of impure Astro House is 100%. Fill all empty slots and clear the Astro House. Cooldown 2 seconds. After clearing the Astro House, there's a chance to gain 20% weapon and skill damage from each slot for 8 seconds. So, if we do this, this is going to give us a lot more weapon and skill damage, but basically means we need to use our Astro House all the time. We need to summon the stars down. And the impure, you can see they even color-coded here. That's the gray one. An impure one is when you have different colored scrolls beneath it. So if you're clearing out a gray one, you'll have a faster cooldown. I don't tend to care about these ones as much because anything dealing with an impure Astro House isn't super helpful later in the game because you will very often just get blues, purples, and whatnot stacked up, especially if you have points put in the character. So we're just going to continue to get things that deal with weapon stuff and move on from it. And that's my advice to you. If you haven't gotten all the character stuff unlocked, just basically stick to the weapon things. This guy is an immortal asshole, and I hate him. There we go. We got an all purple now. So when I come into this room, I'm going to throw it down on you. Boom. So not only did it do the initial hit, but because of the purple, it also did a little explosion afterwards, like a little lightning strike. Hey, look, we have an elite fight. I'm going to go ahead and get my goblet and then come back. Just to... I'm not sure how often we'll have the opportunity to show the advanced strategies. So let's just play it as smart as we can. Not get too greedy. In this room, I like to sit up here because enemies are funneled to the stairwell. And I feel like it's pretty manageable to just stay up here and not deal with them. So he's gonna slowly work his way over. Spearman, there we go. Portal clear. Hey, Jet Octopus. With the owl, we don't have to worry about specific elements or specific weapon types. So we don't have to worry about that. Falling Star is the thing that clears your Astro House. That's the name of your ultimate move. I love the increased capacity of the Astro Forecast. That is the number of cards that you have out in front of you. So you can put this up here, and then I'll just have more cards up there. I think. Hold on. After reading that, I need more cards. Hold on. I'm out of cards. I need a booster pack. There we go. There we go. So now I can have more cards up here for defending myself. I also have a purple built up. Snow boots, great. Love me some snow boots. And let's go beat a boss. Now, sadly, I'm not going to be able to use this purple on them because I'm going to have to dump it out before I replace it on accident. Alright, this is great. We love a horse head. Same rule applies. You want to come up and touch the shield and then back off. Why do we want him to do this? Because his other moves are summoning a bunch of dudes and doing a whole bunch of blade blasts. If he summons in a bunch of dudes, that's a real good way to get yourself killed, because it'll be like 4 crossbowmen fucking you up. And if he does the blade beams and you're really close to him, then you might get hit by 2 at once, which might one-shot you. So all things considered, just getting right on top of him and tricking the AI into constantly doing the shield bash is a way to get a free win on that guy. Just be careful, because you could be pretty far back from him and still get hit by the shield. It has a pretty large range on it. Bit deceptive, that. And I'm just gonna enhance this twice. We're gonna get that up to 3. I guess I could only do it twice, because the Starfly is good. It's a very strong weapon. It hits easy. You can use your skills without them being interrupted. Pretty fantastic. A Wild Hunt might not be a bad secondary, but I don't think we need it. Let's hydrate. Let's hydrate, homies. Make sure you're drinking water. Taking care of yourself. None of these weapons seem good to me, and I really wish there was a scroll in here. We're going to give this one more buff. Just use a little bit of our money on it. And now we can skip this. Alright, let's put these out. Wait until we get a color on our Astro House. Oh, we got a goal? Alright, we're just going to use our Impure on him. I'm just going to keep the shield down the best I can. I know we have guys around us where you're looking at the mini-map, and now they're gone. Oh, I had the purple and it went away before I could use it. There we go, hit him with it. Just zigzag him. We're just zigzagging, everything's fine. Look at that, that was even easier than the Prince run. And we get Reinforced Eggshell, which basically helps out a lot. It's very good. As long as we have shield, we take less damage. Now, if we don't have shield, we take more damage, but that's fine. There's a chance to obtain 2 times as many Astro Specs through the forecast. So every time we draw a card, we could get 2 scrolls instead. This makes it way easier to get a lot of the same ones, because I believe it always does a duplicate of whatever you're getting. That's pretty nice, but I think because we're going with the Starfly right now, this is pretty good. Getting a lot of constant Astro Specs without having to use our secondaries is just going to let us pop off with our Starfall a lot more. And the fact that we can use our secondary and primary without interrupting our weapon fire is really helpful. Alright, let's put out some cards. We got 2 legendaries and 2 blues. That's impure. See how it's giving me 2 purples? Now, if I had 3 at the same time, then we would guarantee getting non-impure. All right, we got a purple. We throw that out on top of him. Whatever our priority target is, like this. Oh, I'm still in reload, recoil. My primary. Hold on. There's no reason to do this, but I did. There we go. I had a big purple bar. I wanted to use it. Can you blame me? Love Evil Devouring Sword, even though in these earlier difficulties, there's not a lot of opportunity to get cursed scrolls. In the later difficulties, there's a lot of places where you'll be asked to get some sort of bonus in exchange for a cursed scroll. But regardless, I'm going to take it anyway, because if we do end up with cursed scrolls, that's a nice damage bonus. Like, if you read this, it says weapon and skill damage. So no matter which kind of run you're doing, you're going to be pretty nice. Now, I say that. Why won't it let me take a cursed scroll? Why What did I... Am I... Oh, I'm not allowed to have exclusive inscriptions yet. That's why. I don't have that on the talent tree, so I can't have exclusive inscriptions. But that's fine. We're just gonna make this better. There we go. And move on. A hexagon is good. We should probably switch off the Starfly at some point, but I'm just holding out hope that I get another better Starfly. And look at him go. Concealed ammo unlocked. Cool. We've killed a lot of coyotes. Oh, I'm still recovering my primary. There you go. Have that. Throw out my cards. Take down the sniper. Easy. Arsonist goes down. And we're good. We got 2 things out of that. The wheel saw. The wheel saw's a fun weapon. And we'll take our Chussie. If you all have any questions about Gunfire, feel free to ask them. I won't say I know 100% of everything in the game, but I do know a lot. I have been playing this since before the 1.0 release. So you can see the 2 swords, basic fight. It's probably going to be spawn boars on death. Yeah, all enemies transform into boars upon being defeated. I don't think I've seen this rune in a year. Maybe even longer. I don't think this one can show up in the harder reincarnation difficulties. I think you only get like elite fights and advanced challenges. Here, have that. Let me fill up my Astro House. Purple. Hold on, sir. Sir, I want to use my ultimate. Ouch. There you go. Enjoy. I should probably get more primary cooldown reduction if I'm going to care that much about hitting them with my big purple. Elemental magazine. Doesn't really matter, but that's fine. Some cards out there. Nice. I don't know if anyone else does this while they play, but when I'm just like walking through the level, I just jump all the time. I'm just like a constant bunny hopper. There's one scroll that gives you more damage if you're in the air. But it's a habit to just constantly do that. Dormant, oh. An elite invasion? On elite difficulty? Oh, we didn't get a primary. Or a legendary on our primary. We had 2 yellows, I was so excited. I think at this point, you've outstayed your welcome. And let's go. Hey there, buddy. I'm not your buddy, pal. Oh! Sniper, no sniping? Alright, I guess you're allowed to snipe. I think everything's going fine now. I know where enemies are going to spawn in, we'll always have a couple of snipers come from there. And then all of the heavy armored dudes come in from off the top of that and then wander over to the side. So if I start the fight over here and then kill these guys using the line of sight breaks there, I'll be pretty safe. And then once I've cleared the snipers, these guys will come in and come straight towards me. And it's just easier to deal with. Little Just little optimizations in my plan. How goes the Gunfire? We are on the second run. We absolutely creamed the first run in the last episode. On this episode, we rolled onto Owl, and we're doing an Owl run on Elite difficulty. The first boss went down, no problem, and Starfly is doing work for us right now. Look at this guy go. Look at his little jar. Little jar freak right here. Now, we already got our vault for this level, but sometimes there's a red chest up here. So I was just taking a look to see if that was there. If there's any shops, like the peddler, the craftsman, you'll see those on the minimap. Like, you can see the craftsman up there. Alright. Go my starfly. Shrek them. Uh-oh. I'll use an impure astro house on you. Worm down. How's your day going, Misha? We're just gonna let our buddy here clear out everything for us. We don't have a thought in our head. There's a brick. Focus the sniper. We got a purple Astro House now. And you did. Easy peasy. Just got out of work. Hope you had a good one. And there we go. We have all of the cards that we can need. We can just stack them up. Look at that. We have so many cards. We can just slap them. There's our red Chussie. Still can't get exclusive inscriptions, but we could replace the other normal on here. Base weapon damage for the next hit for every 2 consecutive lucky shots. I don't think we have a lot of lucky shot here. So I don't know how well that's going to do for us, but it's okay. And as long as we're using this guy, I'm just going to show you how strong weapon damage can be in this game. You don't even have to have a particularly synergistic or amazing gun. Just give it some extra damage. You'll be fine. We've got so much good stuff going for us here between all of our cards automatically generating, the Starfly automatically shooting. If you look at the bottom right corner, it says auto there. I've pressed X. I don't know if it's the same button for you because I might have changed it. But the weapon alternate fire button, if you set that to auto, every time that bar fills up, you'll just automatically start using the super shot. You don't have to like manually set it off. You can just say, all right, you reached max, unleash hell. There we go. Throw out our cards. There we go. We got a purple. Throw that up there for them to deal with. Oh, we got another platforming challenge. Let's go. Yeah. Chase me. Or just stand there. That's fine too. We have yet another platforming challenge. Now, there are quite a few of those in Act 2. I don't know what it is about the tile set of Act 2 they like so much, but there's like 4 platforming challenges that you can get in Act 2. There's the boulder one, which I'm gonna have to take a second to squeeze through here. Give a scroll, get a scroll. What are we not using? What are we not using? We're not really using the triple comeback because I don't expect us to go down, but the elemental magazine even more so. And we got evil banishing talisman. That is a fantastic combo to go with our evil devouring sword. So we could just take as many cursed scrolls as we want if they become available. And I'm going to take abnormal speed because speed matters. The ventilation in the kitchen isn't the best either. It gets super smoky and my eyes sting. Can't see much from squinting. It's especially bad when someone orders a jalapeno burger and we grill the jalapeno. Oh. Yeah, that's... okay. I feel like in an environment like that, I would do my prep by grilling all of the jalapenos before service. And then just warm them up at service. I don't think that's a complex flavor that's going to be lost in the reheating process. Especially if you have like a salamander or something like that to throw it into. Personally, I don't know what your situation's like. The first time I was shown how to make it, my trainer accidentally set them on fire and made the whole kitchen full of fuck you breathing gas. Yeah, it's literally pepper spray. That's just... You made mace. And I'm not talking about corn. Ooh, Lone Ranger? We'll take that. It's kind of weird going into these rooms and not having elite fights in them. Because normally, on reincarnation, I would be expecting there to be an elite gathering in these rooms. Here, have that, buddy. And you did. Cloud Weaver also is pretty hands-off. You do still have to, like, manually reload a bit. It's a little annoying. More card damage? Let's just get more cooldown on the primary so we have a better chance of using it in an appropriate place. Brief Respite, I don't care for, just because I don't normally swap back and forth between guns. It's completely valid, you could totally do that, but I'm the kind of person that min-maxes really hard on one weapon. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't really have a reason to do that. You could definitely take advantage of that. There's nothing wrong with it, but... I don't think we're gonna kill this guy nearly as fast as we killed him on the last run. We have a solid run right now, it's just that it's not very, very powerful. Oh, I thought you were gonna do the launch. I was ready for the big circle to appear. Alright, and then we jump this. Because if you remember on the last run, or the last episode, we had an illusion that did extra damage on crit. And whenever he does this big tail thing, the entire tail is crittable. Now, the Starfly doesn't normally crit because it doesn't aim for it. Oh, the triple hit. I kind of forgot that on the lower difficulties, the triple hit happens at low health. It didn't happen on the first slam, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, the triple is only on harder difficulties. Nah. It also happens at low health. Getting shield for every aspect of Tane is nice survivability for us. It would be really good to get that one to 3, but I think we're just going to have to take what we can get there. This rainbow could be pretty good for us. Rainbow's pretty nice. A lucky Kasana. It's got lucky shot, we got extra crit, and then while scoped in, extra crit. Can I... Ugh, I can't see how much crit I have while scoped in like that. Oh, it does! So I got 6.5 crit from holding this down. So we could get a lot of crit on this if we keep on shooting really nice with it. So I might take this for a couple of the boss kills. Alright. Save, continue. If you didn't know, the campfires, wells, whatever happens in the mid-act area. Let's see. How's my damage on that? Pretty nice, pretty nice. If you don't know how the lightning katana works, see the little bars on the side? Those little bars get filled up when you do no-scope crits. And they get expended when you do scoped hits, or when you shoot while scoped. So now I've used almost all of them up. I gotta do no scope crits in order to build them back up. Like so. And then we can expend them to do a little extra damage. Kasana is really good in multiplayer because if you want to play support, you can just let your buddies run in front of you and shoot them, and it'll put a bubble shield on them, which is just fun. So if you're playing like a support character and you're hanging back, Lightning Kasana might be for you. That is a lot of that. Oh, sorry about the ad, guys. Let's see. Oh, a Chussie? Don't mind if I do. Veteran isn't exactly helpful on this run, but I'm gonna take it because if things get close to me, it'd be nice to get some extra HP. This might get me killed. Yeah, that's dangerous prospect. We shouldn't try to force that. Instead, we're just gonna keep on pumping up our Starfly. Use it so many times with you guys and never used it like that. I mean, it's very easy to overlook because when you're focused on killing enemies, maintaining the bubble shield on your allies just is not that important, honestly. It may be the difference for someone playing support and just keeping other people alive. Like, if you're doing a skill damage run, it doesn't really matter what weapon you've got outside of specific instances. So I would understand if you just held a Lightning Kasana and used it for the damage bubble. But honestly, it doesn't happen a whole lot. Ooh. Alright, melee weapons. I'm glad we got that unlocked before we've got like Momo or anyone else that does pretty good on melee. The Burb. See how Starfly's having a hard time hitting these octopi? You, stop that. That is the problem with the Starfly. It sometimes just cannot land its hits. And let's see. +1 capacity of falling star, not stalling far. If an impure Astro House, replace one lowest quality with wild Astrospect. 45% skill damage if falling star is not impure. So if we have any colored combination, it will do almost a half of the damage more. This one isn't that great until it gets to level 3, so I think I'm going to take this. I kind of want to take the magazine, because chance to have an extra Astrospect and obtain another one means that we might get more pure Astro Houses, I guess you would say. But I think this is going to help out whenever we get the truly filled up. Oh, let's see you. That's a pretty nice melee weapon, but we are a squishy little owl, and I'm not about that lifestyle right now. When we get the bird or the squirrel, we'll be happy. We'll do a nice melee run with that. But for right now, we're just gonna focus on keeping our Starfly happy. If he's happy, we're happy. This is basically how I went through Nightmare mode the first time around, was just getting one weapon I kinda liked and pumping the shit out of it. Like, trying to have it at +10 by the time I was in Act 2 was really good. Now, every level that you put on a weapon increases its base damage by 15%, which in these lower difficulties is pretty noticeable. 15% is not easy to come by, but if you see some weapons have things like does 50% damage to enemies in decay, shock, burning, something like that, that is not base damage. That is total damage. So that's going to increase all damage multipliers after everything else. So those are really good. If you ever see that, like this, 50% weapon damage against enemies and burning effect, decay effect, and shock, those are all stacking multiplicatively, not additively, multiplicatively. So if you're doing like an element run and you see this fire tower show up, it would destroy things. You like throw down something that puts element on them and then thwack them. Just hit them. They would die so fast. We're going to take improved clip. And that's all from you. +10 by Act 2. Just every time you see a craftsman, bump your weapon up. Right now, we can only give it +2 every time we see a craftsman. So if you see a craftyman in every floor of Act 1, that's gonna be... what? That's already 5, so that's a 10. And if you had like a +1 at the start, that means you're already at 11. I don't have the money for that. Plus, you know, I am talking about when Nightmare Mode was the final difficulty. And there was not nearly as many weapons and scrolls and characters. So the best way of like scaling your power level was just by putting more points in your weapons. So I could take a lot of starting gold, get some extra enhancements from the crafty man, and just pump as much as I could into it. And it became a guaranteed way to get through Nightmare Mode. I do like a wolf gaze, but I'm pretty sure we're just all in on our little Starfly buddy here. I'm always at 4 or 5. By the end of Act 2. By the end of Act 2. Because Act 2 is where Geminis can start showing up once you've unlocked them, because they appear on +5s. But if you're already at +10 at the end of it, it kind of doesn't matter. You're just going to be getting some really good shit on there. Yeah, teleport on top of me. Let's see how that works for you. I'm pretty sure by the end of this run, we're going to be able to afford unlocking Gemini inscriptions from the crafty man. What do you got for me? I can't get exclusive inscriptions, but we can take a curse scroll to finally get our first buff from Evil Devouring Sword. It's taken a while, but we got it. Now we must cube. Now we must cube. I'm beginning to think I misread the Astro Specs thing. When I was increasing capacity, I was increasing the capacity of the Astro House, not my card capacity. I think that would have been on the yellow upgrade, not on the blue one that I think I took. Regardless, we do have plenty of cards coming out. We have plenty of Astro House. I think we're fine. Even if I messed up the explanation. But also kind of goes to show you that this is probably the most difficult to understand character by reading it. Playing him, he's not so hard. It kind of just does its own thing. You're just here for the ride. Oh, Elite Assassin? Normally I cream for the scroll, but we're not going to run into that many elites along the way. I'm kind of more interested in Flowing Wind at the moment, but my heart won't let me avoid taking Elite Assassin. These lower difficulties, you just don't run into elites as much, so you don't get the bonus as much. Crab. Crabs. Alright, get rid of the spawner. We don't like spawners around here. You. Stop touching my butt. Teleport on top of me. And die. I don't want large ammo. But it's not gonna hurt. I'm not really using my special ammo, so we might as well hold on to it. Look at us go. Look at this death and destruction we're bringing upon these fools. And we're gonna pump our Starfly even more. Plus 14. Merciless combo, that is perfect for us. So, weapon damage for 2 seconds whenever hitting an enemy can be stacked 50 times. That basically means if you could rapid fire a lot of shots, you're gonna do extra damage, and it's gonna be great. Hoxby! Oh, we did get an elite. Look at that. And he's dead. I don't know what I'm shooting, but I'll hydrate and stretch. Thank you for that, Pat. Weapon damage when your primary counts down? That's never gonna happen, but that's fine. Whatever, man. We already did the crafty boy. And I think we already did the vault. When clearing slots, 100% base weapon damage for every slot for 6 seconds. Great. I love weapon damage. That's what we're doing. Our Starfly is carrying right now. It's boat time! Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very boaty lands. Cannot afford anything. Cool. That one's already done. Starfly, are you out of range? Yeah, you are. Alright, we gotta be a little dangerous here. Move laterally. We don't want to... Those shots always come in from the side. So you want to move towards and away from the boat to avoid them. If you start going side to side, you're just going to get hit. Been helping my sister with VRC models? Oh, that sounds cool. I just did a little bit of modification of my frog model last night. Because I found out... Oh. Thanks, Triple, come back. Starfly does not do a great job of shooting those. We gotta get, like, right under him. As you can see. Ooh, normal ammo. That's something we want. Thank you. So even though I looked right at the dropping artillery shot, I got fucked up by it. If I get under it, it's a little bit safer because he could shoot straight up at it, but when it's coming in from the side, the shots just don't land all the time. But that's fine. We still love them anyway. That's a lot of good shit on a tracker. If we're being honest, and I am. But at this point, I feel like we just stick with it. Alright, now we have to do Act 4. I can't not do Act 4, right? We all agree? It's not an actual win if I don't complete Act 4. If I just go straight to the tavern now, I'm a quitter. And I ain't no spitter, so I ain't no quitter. Get a curse scroll to get a legendary scroll? I love that, yeah. Premium membership, not exactly the most world-changing scroll to get, but we might get an extra level or two on our Starfly because of it, so that's something. It's like getting a scroll that says plus 30% weapon base damage. Yes, yes, clear them out, Starfly. Use your jar. The Coom jar. An elite fight? I'm pretty good about that. I think we're good. I have yet to ever beat Act 4. Well, today is your day to learn. You just pump one weapon up and let it go to town. We are currently at plus 14 on our Starfly. Our boss is gonna spawn right here. We're gonna hit him with that. Now, one of these is the real one. If you attack the wrong one and its health gets really low, it will automatically switch. Now, there are a couple ways to figuring out which one's the real one. Generally speaking, the real one is on a different attack timer from the two fakes. So if you hear the laser start of his scope, listen to hear if two start at the same time. Because if two start at the same time, those are the clones. You want to listen for the one that's starting by itself. That is a lot of blue stuff on a single gun. That's very tempting. That's like one of the best guns you can get before unlocking exclusives, is just full blue. Ooh. More survivability or more damage? I feel like the weapon damage is great. Unless you're on the dog? Nah, I think it also applies for the dog. I hate guys that stay immortal after you kill them. Just soak up all of your stuff. I'm stuck just in the desert. Only once have I got to stage 3 and beat stage 3. That's because I was lucky with scrolls. Hey, that's part of a roguelike though. You'll have those runs. You'll have those on the big jobs. Alright, these flying saucers will give shields to enemies. So you want to clear them first, and then start killing everything else. Otherwise, you're going to be doing an uphill battle, and it's not fun. You armored, robust piece of shit. Oh, I love extra movement speed, thank you. Plus 16. I see some coins over here. Thank you. On this level, your golden goblet choice is restricted to 1. So you just gotta take whatever it gives to you. Unless you have some sort of reroll thing, then of course you could do that. But for the most part, you're just stuck with whatever it gives you. Starfly, you're pretty good, kid. Don't go to school tomorrow. Oh! A second Starfly that has fire damage, but it has some things that don't exactly mesh. Oh well. Let's dance with the one that brought us. Starfly brought us here. Starfly will carry us out, I believe. Flying saucer. Focus the flying saucer first. And then we'll kill everything else. Cavalries are pretty high target. They can be annoying to deal with. target them down first. We didn't get a lot of legendary scrolls, so getting the legendary Astro specs is just not in the cards for us. However, if you do upgrade the Owl's particular talents, it gives you the ability to upgrade scrolls in your inventory, which is really cool. It's a way to turn some unwanted scrolls into the potential for something else. And since it upgrades their rarity, you're pretty likely to hit something better. So for example, if I had that ability and I came down here and I didn't like large ammo, there's a skill that he has that would upgrade it into a random rare. So this pretty worthless scroll has a chance to become something better. I want some money. So we'll just get rid of that one. And now I got more money. I don't know why I'm even looking at other guns at this point. There's really no point. Hey, buddy. Flying Saucer's gotta go. Mandrill Cavalry's gotta go. Sniper's gotta go. Alright, what do you got, Peddler? Anything to close out this run with? It doesn't look like it. Again, if it wasn't a scroll, I don't know what kind of weapon I would have to see for me to want to go all in on it. Alright, UFO's gotta go. Excuse me. You all are invading my territory. Makes it kind of hard to fight the UFO when you're like that. Thank you. I wonder if we'll get an elite invasion on this one. There's boys right behind me. Easy peasy. And we get a vault to cap it all off with. Card holding capacity. There it is. Yeah, I thought I had messed that up early on. So now I should have more cards in front of me. I think before I was just getting a bigger Astro house and I misread it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give you information and instead I gave you misinformation. This message brought to you by Mr. Information. Just gonna let all these cards fly. Hey, I thought I killed you. You jerk. Curse away. Not gonna use it because we want to have our curses. We want to have them so that we can get the bonus from Evil Devouring Sword. And on top of that, we have Evil Banishing Talisman, so we don't even need to worry about the effects of it. Alright, give me some scrolls to finish this. Gourmet doesn't really do anything for us, buddy, but thanks for the thought. And we're gonna end this on a plus 19. I think I still have one triple comeback. Oh, the first time we see this animation, let's go. The bear! The Pole Monarch. Hopefully we'll meet the DPS check. But if not, we'll be ready for it. Dodge. Oh, I had a legendary! Oh, I did get legendary Astro House and I fucked it up. Which one are you going to? This one? And it's already down. We're gonna use that on you. Clear the Astro House. Back off. He's so slow. There we go. Have a purple. Alright, yeah, do your big balls. You've got the biggest balls of them all. And DPS check. Can I get a legendary? 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 Nah, but it was fine. We did it anyway. There we go. The elite run has been completed. We defeated the Pole Monarch. We did it with the Owl on a mostly weapon damage run with a buffed out his mind Starfly. And look at that. Look at the little boy sleep. Look at my boy. Let's make sure to get all of our coins. Thank you. And let's head on back to the tavern. Nightmare mode unlocked. We got a bunch of talent points to spend. Let's get that extra enhancement there. the starting weapon increase would be nice. If I was putting into heroes, you would see right here, upgrade the quality of occult scrolls in your backpack without changing its effect, or reroll the occult scroll to another one of equal or higher quality. This is how the owl is able to basically make his astro specs work in his favor better. And on top of that, you can better call your collection of scrolls into something more beneficial to your run. If you're doing skill damage and you get some weapon damage scrolls, just re-roll them into something else. You might get something useful. If not, then at least you'll upgrade them to a better rarity so that your skills do more damage. For right now, I almost always heavily invest over here first, because getting starting copper for buying things from the peddler and upgrading from the craftsman, this stuff is banger. Honestly, I'm just going to put most of mine into that. And then the rest of this is just to pump up to here. We need to get to level 25, and we're at 21. So let's just buy some cheap stuff. 23. Hell, we'll buy that just so we can get the best chussie we can. Some of that would be nice. There we go. 25, we unlocked the dog. We need to get to 30 before we can get Gemini inscription. So what's the cheapest thing? There's a 20, there's a 20, a 25. 35's pretty good. 25, 25. There we go. Gemini inscriptions. Very powerful. You want to get Gemini inscriptions. We also want to get... where is our exclusive? We need to get exclusives at 60. We need to get to there for some of the most damaging weapon abilities in the game, but that's going to be a bit down the road, I think. Etching is also very powerful, and it's going to be the last upgrade we get, which means Nightmare Mode, we're going to really hope to depend on Gemini inscriptions to get us done, but that will be in the next episode. I'm going to confirm. I think we get another thing. I can't believe that my partner, who had fought alongside me in the past, is the absolute bane of this tragedy. He had only himself to blame for this disaster. No need to be so chagrined at yourself, Uncle Bao. This demonic aura is capable of invading the mind of any creature and corrupting their mentality, making them a beast of evil within. It shouldn't exist in the world. Anyway, the world should be at peace now. I hope so. It's strange that despite the demonic aura causing such chaos, the spirit realm did nothing to oppose it. The spirit realm may be facing a more sinister crisis. Haha, it looks like we have a newcomer. So now we have unlocked a new hero. It's gonna tell me to come over here to dog and deploy, but I don't think we're gonna be forced to do that. Yep, seasonal stuff, don't care. Yeah, we unlocks, yeah, so many unlocks. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of going through Elite Mode. Next episode, we'll go through Nightmare Mode. I hope you have a great one. Take care of yourself, and until I... Until next time, remember to take care of yourselves, and take care of those around you. Bye-bye!